All right, time for a Mordekaiser game. The jungle changes implemented very recently in this patch have been very good for Mordekaiser. Better full clearing champs now. For full clearing champs, more gold income as well, which is absolutely huge. That's like a very, very favorable change for Mordekaiser, so it's really good there. And I would highly recommend this champion. He is quite easy to play, very straightforward, but extremely strong, especially lower elos. So it's gonna make things very easy, really. Definitely one of the champs I would highly recommend. Show you how to play him, and yeah. I'm gonna start topside here. I have a Malphite top lane, clearing towards a Malphite. Pretty useless, to be honest. I can gank after 6, potentially with a Malphite ultimate, but he's just gonna AFK his lane anyway. On the other hand, they have a Caitlyn Brand bot lane, which is definitely gonna push in my Jhin Yuumi. So going for a full clear towards bot's gonna prevent me from getting invaded, most likely. Plus, it's gonna give me a good gank opportunity on bot lane as well. Or it should, at least. I unfortunately do have a Yuumi support, so the gank pressure is a little bit less. I don't have like a Nautilus or something like that, you know, which makes things a bit easier, potentially. I made a mistake. Cool. Misclicked. You should take your W second, because now I'm going to take way too much damage. And since I usually take my W second, the potion is not here. Just then that way you don't have to worry about that. But since I took my E now, we have to suffer a bit. W second saves you a lot of damage. So, yeah, kind of shot myself in the foot with that one. Misclicking OP. Make sure to kite this camp at this point. I want to make sure that I try to avoid whatever damage I can and stall it a little bit. You could normally just stand still and tank this with your W, but yeah. Man. Making mistakes. Made a mistake. All good. Let's get this in here. Right here, you just like your W, and then your W can tank a lot of this damage output, as you can see. So if you just take it level 2, you'll practically be full HP, and because I didn't, I am now not full HP, so if that hurts me, then, well, rip me, I suppose. Use your W right as you're about to get hit as well. That's something to remember when you're clearing with Mordekaiser. I'll just wipe that one, it's fine. As long as I get 600 value out of it, I'm good with that. Ooh, Pantheon went for the level 3. Malphite wasn't playing this one very smart, because he actually started pushing in Gragas and pressuring for kills on Gragas when he knew I was clearing towards bot side. So I'm very surprised that Jhin Yuumi has this kind of pressure over Brand Caitlyn though, which is a little bit unfortunate. I would not have I would have preferred to see them just kind of freeze the wave a bit. Realized the fact that I was clearing towards them so we can make a play happen off that, but they did no such thing, so I just don't have a gank opportunity on bot lane now in my best place to recall. I'll get a blasting wand here. Actually, no, I'm gonna get the I'm gonna get a dark seal early. You can decide between blasting wand or dark seal on M.2, and I actually think dark seal M.2 is slightly better. That's okay. Yeah, my lanes played it in reverse. Like, it played a little bit in reverse, I suppose. I guess it is what it is. I should have probably communicated towards my bot, because in my head it was obvious that if your jungler clears towards bot lane, you could just like let the enemy bot lane push in, and you can create a gank opportunity. But this is like platinum elo, so I should be expecting them to not do such a thing, essentially. I might be able to go for the top gank here, actually. I think the likelihood that Gragas flashes down is pretty high. If I just slapping him. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, it was very likely that his summoners were going to be down, so I could just walk up to him with the ghost. Land the E for free after he's used his body slam. Trying to look for him to engage slightly before anything else. Ooh, okay. Well, Pantheon should be about mid lane here, I would imagine. So I'm just gonna walk mid here real quick. There he is. And the Pantheon's here. And walk out. I actually like kind of saved my Zed from a gank situation there, because I was expecting with the angle he was at, he was gonna get ganked, and he was. So I just made sure to walk mid lane there real quick. Still got ganked. He literally did not look as a minimap. I tried to be as specific as possible towards him, but he kept over-aggressing, knowing Pantheon was literally right there after I pinged him and saw him. So, yeah, I guess it is what it is. If he wanted to keep playing aggressive, the only thing he could have done was just play heavily towards either the bot side or just walk away, which would have been a better play. He got a recall chance there he could have taken. I'm gonna have to hit the plant here. So I have a feeling that Pantheon probably looks for something. I also want the scuttle. I'm gonna have to rotate bot. I have to walk bot here. There is Pantheon. Yep, as expected. I can do something about this. It should be fine. If he can land a snare, that'd be great. Didn't hit that one, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to help this guy just push out the wave here so we can get the recall. Caitlyn's gonna come back here. He just wants the recall, obviously. I think he's dead here, most likely. Yeah.
An ally has been slain.
Tried going into like some kind of auto attack battle there with a Yone with lethal tempo. And Berserker Greaves, I guess, but mostly lethal tempo, of course. Is what it is. I am slightly lacking here in like clear speed overall, because I should have been level 6 faster, but I've been really trying to save my lane. Save my lanes from not getting ganked, which honestly hasn't been working because they keep walking up anyway, but that's something that then becomes out of my control, if that makes sense, but you know. Okay. What's gonna happen here? Probably Pantheon shows top lane relatively soon for this gank situation, I would imagine. Mid lane's also missing, so I would imagine Malphite just backs here. I'm somewhat close, but on the other hand, I also have all of my camps respawning, so I don't really want to go for top here. There it is. I don't know if I can do something. Actually, yeah. No. I don't know, man. He should not have been walking up there. It was really obvious. I mean, I guess I could have shadowed him, but he was already walking out, so I thought he was just gonna walk out instead of walk back like he did. Like, he walked all the way up here, so he thought he was just gonna recall, so I just start my Krugs, and then he just died after because he walked back forward, so... It's just... I don't know, man. If I just walked top lane straight away, like, if he kept pushing forward, I would not have started that camp there. I would have just walked top lane straight away. But he walked back, so I was like, okay... Since he walked back, I'll be fine, and I could just start my camp because he's gonna recall, and it should be good. But no, that's not the case. He actually walked back in the other direction there. Pantheon, that's a Gragas. Guy goes aggressive. I'm pretty sure this is aggressive, but it should be fine. Pretty sure he doesn't have his flash here. Yeah, he's dead. That should be good. I had the aggression there. I should be fine. The Yone already engaged initially on the Z. So I think I can do this. Just land my shield. Put the slows on the guy. Wait for a Malphite ultimate that wasn't going to happen. Okay, there it is. Cannot go anywhere. He's dead. Oh no! Ah, shit. Okay, I am way too strong though, the shield. That was a Pantheon ult coming right back. Thank you for waiting. I got the kill on the Gragas, which with ult gives extra stats, so it makes me a lot tankier. And I can use my shield to block a bunch of damage, and I landed an isolated Q for a lot of damage on top of that. Mordekaiser is an absolute monster when it comes to fights like that. You'll already get one kill with your ult, it makes things easy. I was definitely looking for a kill with my ult. I'm not going to recall. Then we're going to play for the bot side jungle with Dragon. We're going to backping there. Get my Rylai's here. That's beautiful. I'm actually going to commit to a Dark Seal because I think I should be fine this game with that. Would I recommend Dark Seal to most players? Probably not. It's definitely something you have to be a bit comfortable with, but I am in a very solid position right now to where Magi's is worth. And I will go for it. I'm going to go walk for the scuttle first, since I think that's the most contestant camp out of these. Okay, their Yone just cleared that one, I think. Oh. And that's a Pantheon flash. Walk back bot lane, buddy. Alright, just kill him there. Wait, I intentionally waited for his shield. I smited him with the Q just to make sure it did enough damage, because, yeah, I didn't want to risk it. Especially considering Yone could show up very shortly here, but this could risk me a dragon now, which would be slightly annoying. I definitely have to keep that in mind. I'm going to just try to smite it with my combo. Close enough. I still got the dragon, so we're good. I was thinking about not smiting Pantheon there if my Q does enough, but if my Q then doesn't do enough, then it doesn't kill, and that would be a problem. So that's why I smited it, just to be safe, so I don't miss out on the kill or like randomly get killed afterwards by like a combo for anything. We're good. We're gonna clear towards top lane now, because we want to clear towards the Rift Herald. I want to make sure I can get that if that's possible here. So we're just gonna walk that up. We're clearing these camps to also hit the level up before. Top lane seems to be in a little bit of a situation. I want to get up there. There's a control ward in the bush there as well, which makes walking up there pretty good. I'm gonna walk up right now. Since there's a control ward here, I will be fine. I could just walk in with Ghost and I should be good. I'm not going to ult here because this that doesn't allow the Malphite to hit him. And I definitely want the Malphite to get at least the assist, but if I don't need to ult, I don't need to ult, right? You don't want to waste your ult. It's still a 2-minute cooldown. That should instantly translate into a Rift Herald. That play was basically just completely based off of the I'm going to help him before I do anything else. Ult him. This way you can't kill him accidentally. In that situation, I don't have to ult to get the kill, because I would have gotten the kill regardless, but I have to ult to save my Malphite. Yo, can this Rift Herald stop with your like, just... This thing is bugged to the moon. What is that, man? You see that? Bar didn't even want to reset or anything. He just kept hitting me. And I guess that's Mordekaiser passive, but okay, now my Malphite just got greedy. He was already super low on HP and he apparently took the fight. Yeah, in that situation, I was forced to ult because I was forced to save. Because if Malphite gets hit by like one Pantheon Q at low HP, then he just dies. And that's obviously not good, so definitely don't want that. Don't have the Rift Herald on time, unfortunately, to get a third plating bounce out of this, so I could probably just get the top turret, you rat. If I had Blue Smite there, he would have been dead. But I don't. Oh, he's not dead. I will just do these camps, get the level up. I can wait for my Malphite with his ult and just kill the guy on top lane when he comes back. I'm pretty sure that the dude's bot lane. Malphite, or sorry, Gragas seemed to have recalled, so I'm guessing I'm just gonna recall myself as well and go bot lane maybe. Oh. I don't know if this matters. No, it doesn't. Might be able to get in a position here, though, to... Oh, you still had flesh! Sad life, man. Ah, that sucks. I'm just gonna use the Herald on mid lane because I forced the guy out. The Pantheon can't fight me anyway, so it should be fine. If you have a red or a blue trinket, you can use it right away to get the reset off it. The Malphite just went for the turret, which probably cost him his life now. Very unfortunate there on the Yone's flash thing, though. I want this thing to get one more bounce, so I'm kind of forcing this in. I'm also gonna... Okay, don't have to tank turret there. Oh, please. Aw. Damn. That's fine. Took me a little bit too long to get the turret there, I suppose. Alright. No problem. I'm just gonna back. I have a lot of money. Level 11, nice. Let me get my Sunfire here. And then we'll go for this. Against that team, I'm definitely gonna go Steel Caps to reduce damage against Caitlyn, Pantheon, Yone. CC reduction, like, I don't have that much CC. I have enough here. If I had more CC, I would get the Mercs, but... You cannot afford to go Green Smite on Mordekaiser, by the way. You need the movement speed. Movement speed is like the biggest stat on Mordekaiser there is. It's literally the best thing. So please don't do that. And definitely just with the like, Rune and then the Mercs. Mercs, if you need them, it's more than enough. No, well, I got spotted, I suppose. Fair play. Problem here is Jhin walked away. I could have walked up, ulted the Caitlyn, for example, and went for a play like that. But I have a Yuumi, and if I ult anything, Yuumi goes off me right away, and Jhin walked away, which means Yuumi can just insta-die, which is obviously terrible. So because Jhin walked away, I couldn't walk forward to ult any of them, since that would have put Yuumi in a very compromisable position, and she would have just most likely died. So I had no room there. And that's something you have to realize when you're playing with a Yuumi. If you ult as Mordekaiser, she gets dropped off by yourself. Same thing kind of goes the other way, though. If the enemy has a Yuumi on him, you can ult him, and then the Yuumi falls off him, which is a good kill opportunity for your teammates at that point, or just to separate them, if that makes sense. But it also goes the same way for you, because you can't bring Yuumi with you in the Death Realm. That would be insanely OP. But yeah, definitely something to be mindful of there. And something I considered in that play situation. Okay. I think that just... he's actually alive. Oh. Are you sure about this, buddy? I'm gonna have to ult him here, actually, because... What? Oh, that's such a good position for the flash. Rat. Bastard. They can't fight me, but that was a very good flash. You are optimistic here, buddy. Ooh. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take a free kill. I don't mind that too much. Thank you. That was actually just giving me the kill on the other guys. That's a double kill instead of just the Gragas. The Gragas was very optimistic trying to fight me. The chase potential you have with this setup is way too crazy. Especially chasing into the enemy jungle, because then you also get the movement speed boost from your blue jungle item thing. I have a Magi's for 10% movement speed. I have the slow proccing. There is no way they outrun me. There's no way they can get away from me, so they just die.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
9 out of 13 KP, which is huge. 3 minutes on Dragon. I should look for a recall relatively soon. Next item here, we're gonna finish the Steel Caps and then Jaksho, of course. Jaksho is not an item you want like first or second. It's definitely just like a third type of deal. I just need my Malphite to help me out here. I'm gonna stick on this guy. He should just be dead. There he goes. Oh, I may have trolled myself a bit here. That's my bad. Okay, well. Yeah, I got a little bit too optimistic there. It seems my Malphite is building full AP, so he was a lot less tanky than I expected. And he got low, I believe. So me walking forward there was way too optimistic. I thought he was just going to be able to go in with me, if that makes sense. But kind of walked into too many people there and just suicided. I got the gold to the support, which is actually not too bad, I think. It's still a brand, though. But that was definitely not smart on my end. That's a mistake. I should have just respected that a little bit better. But yeah, it's all good. Mistakes happen. Got a little too greedy on that one. A little too overconfident. It's gonna clear my top side all the way down the bot because the dragon's gonna spawn in 140. So if I full clear down, I'll have all of that tempo going. right into the dragon because there's no other objective to go for. I think the Baron is a little bit too dicey, risky at the moment. We're not going to go for that. So we're just going to clear all the way down. I am extremely hard to kill for the enemy team now. That's good. Can't really run up. I'm assuming Zed has that. Okay, Zed just doesn't have that now, I think. Yeah, well. He was too... Like, that's something a lot of people do, by the way. They just use their dashes way too early. Like, you should always try to walk as close as possible to a play without having to use any of your mobility skills. If he did that, he probably would have killed the Gragas because he could have just W'd after him over the wall. He still killed him, like, in the end, but it would have been much faster with less of a risk. So if you have any mobility skills, always try to use those after you get as close as you possibly can. After they use their flashes, ideally. After they use their mobility skills. If you're trying to hunt them. If that makes sense. Just something to keep in mind. Same thing kind of goes with Mordekaiser E, by the way. Like, try using it as late as possible. Probably just walk up to the Caitlyn here. What can she do? Get all these wards out of here. I have some time before the dragon spawns, so I'm just clearing some vision. Oh. It's out of reach, unfortunately. Get the turret down. We just play for dragon, ideally. I'm gonna go for the dragon here instead of whatever this is. Someone has to go defend against that dude. I need, like, my... Like, hello? Just one person going to... Where's dragon even... Okay, well, just one person going top lane is enough, my guy. I'll just ult the Pantheon out of the way because this is just a free kill. Can I... Please just... it's gonna get a little dicey, I think. I should be fine. I have a Yumi on me. More than fine. We're chilling. Start off the fight there. I want to make sure I get my... I'm just gonna heal myself a bit more here with the shield instead of that. I get my kill on somebody and get the extra resistances. Do it right away on like a big threat. Ideally, the enemy jungler is always a good target because of the... well, smite factor, of course. So if you can get him out of the fight, that is good. And then from there, I was able to finish it through. I have a Yumi as well. I am very strong, very hard to kill too for them. I just need to make sure I prioritize Brand in a situation like that because he is the highest likely target to kill me. Because I have almost no magic resist, so he is quite a threat. So if I focus him first, it's going to be the best move. I'm not struggling on damage. Demonic also got kind of nerfed, and I think just the best bet for me right now is just to do Force of Nature at this moment in time. Because I do have to be a bit careful to not get absolutely deleted by Brand Gragas combo. So some magic resist is definitely beneficial for me here. So I'm just going to go for a Force of Nature. And when it comes down to it, I can opt to sell my boots for a Demonic afterwards. If I want to. I do have like the Magi's. Like generally, if you don't want to go Magi's, that could just be a Demonic instead of a Magi's. But because of the Magi's, I don't really need the Demonic that badly. It's still good damage on the Demonic, don't get me wrong. But it's not like massive. I think I got seen there. If that makes sense. So that's why I am now going to go for the Force of Nature for the extra resistances instead of going for the Demonic for the damage. Because I already have plenty of damage. Shouldn't be an issue. Can easily start this. There's no wards on this. So I can tank this forever, basically, with my W. Ideally, like, I don't want to tank this. But then again, my Jhin Yumi can't really tank this. Because I do probably more Baron damage than them. Most likely, especially because Jhin doesn't have that much Baron damage. Because whoever tanks Baron gets the hand debuff here, which gives a 50% reduced damage output to Baron. Which is obviously not good. Okay. Malphite a little too overzealous there, I would say. Can I reach this guy? I can. Perfect. Look at that damage. This guy's not happy. Dead. Hit him. Man, let's not do that. That's a bit too optimistic, I think. I am very tanky, but I'm not that, like, looking forward to dying. Didn't get him. I could just tank third here, it's fine. Zed got him there. Okay. I am extremely tanky, as you can see. There is no issue here. Finish this, please. Thank you. I'm just gonna keep walking forward. Yuumi should be able to save me for the most part. Play with that guy. Flashed it. Look at how impossible I am to kill. I have 3.7k HP, a Yuumi on me, and Jaksho proc. Like, the enemy team is struggling. And then if they do hit me, I still have a colossal shield as well. I missed that one. Taking a bunch of damage here, which is fine. Let's just leave. I think this is too aggressive. This is fine. Like, we should just be leaving. Just want to play for the next objective here, mostly. It's just a little bit too aggressive there, I think. Quickly yoink some camps if I can. Interesting. Hold my shield. They don't kill me, so that's good. We're gonna walk down this way. I'm gonna walk down this way. We're gonna cut them all the way off from behind, so they have nowhere to run to. Got him with that. Should be able to block that as well. Perfect. Make sure to keep an eye out for the Caitlyn ultimate there to be able to block that too. Because that saved my Zed clearly. I made sure to path in such a way with the blue smite movement speed increase and then the ghost to cut them off completely so they had nowhere to run to, which kills them. I'm just gonna ult them, honestly. That doesn't allow them to kill, which means they can kill turret here, which should be good for us. I think we actually have to walk away. Just be. I don't think ending the game here is very feasible, so we're just gonna back right now. Because their respawn time is gonna be too... Are you serious? I don't want to do this. I want to leave. Okay. I can't die here. I'm worth 1,000 gold. It's not worth it. Just play for soul. I get my force of nature here. I'll buy a elixir of iron as well. Iron is the best one because of the well, HP, but also tenacity increase is quite nice. So that's definitely the one I'm gonna go with. Last item here, I can, like, again, but guys, if you don't want it, if you don't want to play with it, do demonic instead of that, and then that's good build wise. But last item here, I can definitely consider going for the demonic instead of my boots, because that should be fine. I have enough movement speed as it is. I lose some tankiness, but it's not really that much of an issue. Let's go for this guy. He flashed, that's fine. Flash use is no problem. It's annoying. I'll use this to heal, because that shield was not going to do much. I still have an extra smite there if it comes down to the dragon, which I'm definitely going to go for now. Take the soul. If Brand didn't have flash, that would have been a really good fight, but it is what it is. How much is this maximum shield? 1300 HP? Oh. You're strong. I do have to, because if I'm going into enemy territory like this with a Yuumi on me, I have to again remember the ult. If I go in 1v4, I cannot press ultimate because of Yuumi. Like, I do not want her to die. Because the second I press ult, if I'm going in 1v4 or anything like that, Yuumi will die. Because I ult, I'm gonna go be 1v1, and then Yuumi just can't fight 1v3, obviously. She just instant dies. Okay, I think my Yumi's in a safe enough position and my teammates around, so I can probably just go for this. I think that's safe enough. There we go. Pull him into me. Good. I chose the ult there because that's just... It's a kill on anyone I ult, right? But I had a teammate behind me where Yuumi can jump towards so she doesn't die. And we're good. So yeah, that's it for Mordekaiser. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button below. And I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 29k damage, which is a lot. That's very, very good there. Okay, we did 1100 true damage, which is just smite, nothing else. Damage to objectives at 70k. That's a lot. That's just dragon control consistently wherever I can. Some Baron's Rift Heralds. Release some turret damage as well, respectable amount. Not that much actually. Mostly objective damage for the yeah. This should always be high as a jungler. Try to look for this stat at your endgame stats pretty much every time to see if you did a good job. Because if you're winning the game and you have like 10k damage to objectives, you are literally trolling and you definitely got lucky winning the game instead. So always try to look for this. This should always be high as a stat if you are the winning jungler. So yeah, definitely. Healing done at 25.4k. That's a colossal amount of healing as well. We have damage taken, another 38.2. And then we have self-mitigated damage, which is going to be pretty high here at 76.1. So I took like, what is that? Like roughly 40k, like 115k, very roughly there. Damage. That's a lot of damage taken, man. Malphite doesn't even come close. I actually kind of built AP Malphite, I think, but on top of doing the most damage as well. Like, you saw how unkillable I was for the most part. Especially Yuumi helps too, to be fair, but yeah. Gold earned at a clean 16.388. That's a lot of money. You saw I was already full build, so any gold from this basically wouldn't have mattered. The only thing I could have really done to change like this build is if I lose my Magi stack, sell the Magi's for a Demonic, or if I lose my boot, like I could sell my boots for the Demonic as well. Let's say late game happens, right? Actually, that's probably something I should mention. Late game happens. You went Magi's, you went sell boots for Demonic type route, and you lose literally all of your Magi stacks. Because, I don't know, you were dying, fights are getting close, whatever. Just sell your Magi's for a stone plate. Because if you look at the resistances I had, if I stack a stone plate on top of that with the stone plate shield, with the Mordekaiser shield, you will not be able to die. You're going to have like 350 armor and magic resist, if not more. And then 2 massive shields throughout those fights as well. By that time, they are most likely gonna die, so that would be the option there. Blue Smite kind of ties all this together alongside Ghost to be able to make sure that you don't have to have boots for those later stages. Because with the Ghost extension, the Rylai's permanent slow around you with the approach velocity, which we can see here, had like very decent uptime. All of that combined allows you to stick to targets without having boots. So you can sell boots for Demonic, you can sell boots for Stoneplate if you want a more defensive item instead of a more offensive item. If you lose your Magi stacks, like Stoneplate, Demonic, either one of these slots, you're good. And yeah, Conquer healed me for about 500, but obviously the adaptive damage is the main thing there. Triumph for 2,200 healing, but also 420 gold. Tenacity CC reduction, Last Stand's just the best one to get out of the tree. Because closer fights, you want to have damage in those. Doing a bit more overkill damage with coup de grace doesn't matter. And the other one is useless on Mordekaiser with this build, so yeah. And then Magical Footwear, not to have to buy any boots, so you can just rush into your Rylai's with the initial gold you have, and not have to worry about that. But that's really it for Mordekaiser. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button below as well to see more content from me. I upload daily, so I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.